Well, okay, here you go. Seems like it's working. Something is still not going well. Well, let's go. Okay, you guys can see me. Okay, perfect. Now the sun come out. Surprisingly. Okay, here you go. Now, good. Perfect right there. All right. I'm excited to share this today. Actually, I was reading this chapter like I do every day. I wrote the book, but I still enjoy reading. And this book is about things that I've been teaching for years. I took my notes. As I said before, I have over 14, almost 1,500 notes and articles that I wrote to myself. Since early in life, I developed the habit to have a journal. And everything that I learn, I create writing. For example, I try to make beautiful and organized, and I write about myself. I write about things that I'm learning, and oh, actually, this is a very interesting article about negative news, how these affect you, and why you should not share negative news with people. But anyway, that's not the point. I uh, I always take my notes, keep it taking notes every year, every day, every month, every hour. And when I teach something, and sometimes you're teaching new clients about something, or you're coaching, you're doing personal training, or you're doing biohacking, and you're always learning something new. You're always discovering something new. Or sometimes people ask questions. I love when people challenge me with questions or questioning what I teach because make me go to investigate more. And I used to do a lot of debates. I don't do anymore. But somebody say something that or ask something that I don't know. I go study. I gonna check. I gonna go make sure this is right. Because a lot of things, what you hear is just opinion. For example, if you look around about health, there's a lot of opinion about what you should not eat, what you should not drink, and if you pay attention to every opinion, they have a logical thing, a logical reason to say that doesn't make sense overall. For example, I saw this guy talk about do not eat almond. Why is that? Because almond has some chemical that is not good for your body. There's some enzyme that is not good for your body. Of course, there is. Everything, every animal, every plant have the defense mechanism with something that is not good for your body. That doesn't mean you don't supposed to eat it, but you're not gonna overeat. So this kind of thing make me what? Go investigate why you should not do this. And then I get the conclusion, I take my notes. So that's why I have a lot of notes. And what I do with those notes, I start putting together and put in a book. All those is about biohacking. And I cover everything in this book. And today is something very, very interesting because you're gonna hack your social life with this is acceptance of others. This is a very big challenge for most people. Acceptance of others. Accept people with a difference. Accept people the way they are. This is a challenge for all of us. But why is that? Because since prehistoric, we are built to live in our community with people who looks like us. And for example, everything that is different is scary. If you are let's say you walk in some place and you see a cat, you won't be scared. Why? Because you know how cat looks like, how the cat react. If you see a dog, you be skeptical because you know the dog might attack you. But when you see a friendly dog, you already know the dog is not gonna attack you. And that's the normal reaction of defense mechanism. When you meet somebody that you know, somebody you're familiar with, you become very comfortable with the person because you already know the person. But the same as comparison with the animals, if you go, you walk someplace, so you're sitting home like right now, and suddenly you see in your desk an animal that you never see before. It's natural of a human being to be scary because something unknown, something different. You don't know if it's poisoning, is attacks or not, if it's friendly. So you just don't know how to react when you see something different. The same principle applies with people. When you see somebody that is totally different of you, you naturally raise your defense mechanism. You always have a tendency to reject. But this rejection can be overcome by your awareness. And what I mean by that, you understand that it's normal for you to feel scary. It's normal for you to feel some kind of a negative reaction. What you cannot do is let that control you, control the way you act. Your reaction side is one thing, but your action is going to reflect something different. And how can you do that? How can you behave the way you're supposed to be? With acceptance. And what I mean by acceptance of others doesn't mean you're gonna bond, doesn't mean you're gonna live together, doesn't mean you're gonna connect with the person, but just means you're gonna accept the person as they are. And that I'm talking about people who have a different behavior of what you expect. For example, people who gossip, you accept that. It's the way they are. Let's go back to the comparison with the animals. Each animal have different behavior. If instead of a cat you see a tiger, you're not gonna go and pet the tiger because you know your life in dangers. What you do, you stay as away as possible. You build a wall that can separate a distance, that can separate you from that animal because the animal is not acceptable in your home, in your environment, in your circle, proximity with you. Same principle you do with people. For example, somebody who is a gossiper, man, stay away. Stay away from somebody who do the gossip. In Brazil, you call fofoca, gossiping about other people. Why? Because there is a low energy vibration. People who gossip is always gonna be gossiping. Gossiping. How do you say that? People who talk bad about other people is gonna talk about you too. When they're in front of you, they talk bad about other people because they want to put the person down and bond with you. But as soon as they separate from you and be with somebody else, you're going to be the target. You're going to be the one being gossiped about. And seriously, is destructive. Gossiping is destructive for the person who is the target, is more destructive for the person that is gossiping, but also very destructive for the person who is listening. When you listen to a gossip and you feed that, you're just destroying your inner energy. You are destroying yourself. You are causing yourself damage in three aspects: physical, your cortisol is going to be all over the place. You're emotional because gossip doesn't bring good emotion for you. The energy is going to be bad. And you're spiritual. Why? Because instead of build love, connection, good relationship, your spirituality is going to be connected to negativity. because nobody gossip good things about others. And without being religious, in the Bible say is extremely happy those who give bad news, good news. That means you always should share good news. When people gossiping, they're never doing good news. They're always talking bad about somebody else. And that's why you should separate from this person and just accept as they are. And yeah, I put over here in the book, I have a theory. Each animal act according to its instincts. You cannot be mad. Look at this. You cannot be mad at a fly that land on your meal. Think about it. Think in a restaurant or you prepared a good meal and you're ready to eat and a fly come and getting there. You cannot be mad. All you can do is throw away. Or ant that bite you. You cannot be mad at that because it's the natural instinct of the animal, and you cannot be angry at the dog that barks. It's the natural instinct of the dog. And the same apply to people. You cannot judge others who don't act accordingly to your expectation. I would say even don't create expectation. You cannot be mad at people doesn't act according to your expectation. You see and accept. They call no judgment. When you don't judge, you don't be mad, you know. And that is a very beautiful uh, principle or insight from Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius is one of the Stoics of the old times of the great philosophers, the great Greek philosophers, and over here, he said this: begin each day by telling yourself, today I shall meet people who are measuring up, grateful and honest. I will not meet people who is ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, or jealous, or sorry. They are like this because they cannot tell good from evil. You know that a lot of people cannot tell the good from evil. And I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and I have recognized that the wrong have a nature related to its own. You know, the wrongfully have a connection with its own. So you just we do what? Disconnect. True peace comes from you accept others as they are. Have peace with others and have peace with yourself. And that's the way you can start growing internally, emotionally, spiritually, or even physically. Because trust me, this is affecting you physically as well. You cannot be focused on biohack your life. You read everything. I'm gonna biohack my life. I'm gonna eat well. I'm gonna exercise. I'm gonna do everything accordingly. I'm gonna take care of my sleep, but I don't take care of my brain or my emotions. You're not hacking your life. It's just doing partial. You cannot. I've seen several cases. I've been in the fitness and health industry for over 35 years. It's a long time. Okay, I started very early doing teaching karate, and I haven't seen everything. People who eat well, who eat very healthy, exercise, take care of their sleep, but they don't take care of the emotion and get sick. I've seen people dying, literally dying, going to funeral of people who think they take good care of their health, but they die too early because they don't take care of the emotion. If your cortisol is all over the place, that's damaging your body. If you don't connect with nature, that is damaging your body. So you need to, it's very, very crucial that you take care of your emotions, your stress. Recently, saw this doctor interview. He said he eat really healthy, he exercise, he tried to take care of his sleep, but he was working too much. And what happened is he was doing surgery every day, and the surgery brings stress to you. You have to be paying attention. Without noticing, he developed a cancer that's killing him, stage 4 cancer. Why is that? Even though he was eating healthy, even though he was exercising, even though he was doing everything, almost everything, he was not taking care of his stress. And why work so much? Why you need to make millions of dollars? You don't. A lot of people think, oh, I need this money. No, what you need is work on yourself, self growth. Because once you grow, once you become happy with yourself, money becomes just a tool for you to achieve all the things that you want for comfort, not for social status. I see people, working really hard and give away their life and their, peace just for social status. Why? Because they have a low self confidence. So you don't need that. And change a little bit. Today is February 28th. However, tomorrow is not February 29th. It's March 1st. But I think that this is so important that I'm going to cover a little bit in here. What would be February 29th? What the lesson that I put over here is February 29th is very, very, very simple. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Hold on. I missed something here. Yeah, here you go. So February 29th would be activate the stem cells with hypoxic exercise. Do you know what hypoxic exercise is? And did you know that you can naturally activate your stem cells? Recently, I was talking to a health professional. She's actually a scientist. And when I told her about naturally activate your stem cells, she was very skeptical. She started going all over. No, that's impossible. Stem cells. I said, okay. There is a lot of science behind it. For those who doesn't know, the stem cells is the cell of your body that is crucial for recovery. Is crucial for every function on the organs of your body. And with age, you start losing the stem cells. You start losing a little bit the stem cells, and it's very, very, very important to keep a high level of stem cells. And when you have low stem cells, you're susceptible to cancer, to neurological disease, Alzheimer's, and everything. You are susceptible to several diseases. And that's why when somebody reaches the age of 80 or 90, they're already taking several medications, visit the doctor every month. Why? Because they're very, very susceptible to disease. One of the reasons is not the only one, but one of the reasons is low stem cells. And another thing, people have a difficult keep the muscle in the body. There's a lot of things that stem cells, help in your health. But if you want to build muscle, if you want to become healthy, if you want to, increase your function, your brain function, if you want to have a young body, a baby have a high, extreme, I don't remember right now, but a very high percentage of stem cells. An old person, older you become, you start losing the stem cells in your body. But there is one way to activate and increase the stem cells in your body. And that's through hypoxic exercise. It's just crazy. And I go in the gym and sometimes I work out with some guys who's like 30, 40 pounds heavy under me, big muscle, and they cannot do the exercise the way I do. It's not because I'm a super strong or a superhero. There's nothing heroic about it. But just because the technique that I teach, the technique that I do, is difficult for people who never done it before. And I'm going to teach over here. So next time you hit the gym, you're going to do this, okay? You start working out. Actually, I have a video that I post doing this, showing this. I posted recently. You start working out. Let's say you lift the weight to work this muscle. What happens is this muscle is requiring more oxygen. But if instead of breathing the way you're supposed to be, breathe like instead of breathe like that, you breathe out. You can do this right now. Breathe out everything and hold. What happens is you breathe in, our way in, and hold. You can relax, become kind of comfortable for a few seconds. All right. You can do maybe 1, 2 minutes like this. But when you breathe out, everything out, breathe out and hold, you can just do a very, very few seconds. Some people can do 10 seconds. And if you can do 30 seconds, you're great. If you can do 1 minute, you're way above the average. Not breathe a lot, but just breathe out and hold. Now, when you breathe out, hold, and do any kind of exercise, what happens is your body doesn't have any oxygen. Your muscle is requiring oxygen, but you don't have oxygen circulating the muscle because you breathe out all the oxygen. Naturally, with low oxygen in the muscle, your muscle start activating, recruiting the stem cells. And that's one way the science shows that you can create more stem cells activation in your body. Isn't that amazing? And if you have more stem cells, that means you're going to be younger. You're not going to be dying at the age of 40, 50, or 60, or 70. You're going to live a lot longer. And that's what I do at least one time every time I hit the gym. I do some exercise. You don't have to put super weight. Sometimes people put extremely heavy weight. You don't need to do that to build muscle, to increase your health. You only do that if you want to impress somebody or if you are training for some type of competition. That's it. Okay, you don't need to lift, bench press 250 pounds, 300 pounds. No, you don't. You can do 100 pounds and do a very health efficient exercise that is going to increase your muscle tone, is going to increase your strength, is going to increase your health. And when you do this way, the hypoxia exercise trigger the stem cells. And they do it by releasing this, they call hypoxia induced factor, HIF, which can promote the mobilization of stem cells. And the stem cells is essential for tissue repair. So next time you hit the gym, try this. Try to do the hypoxia exercise. If you don't know how to do it, hit me up. I can show you. There's a video about it, but I can show you in detail how to do that. And meanwhile, you can buy the book and start biohacking your health, hacking your exercise, hacking your brain, hacking your social, your spiritual, your emotional life, hacking your learning, and become a superhuman. Now is my time to hit the gym. And I hope that everybody have a great day and have a wonderful weekend. And I won't be doing any live this weekend, but I'll be back here on Monday. Monday is going to be the first lesson of March. And just make sure if you're on YouTube right now, hit the subscriber. And if you randomly see this video, if you're not following me, just hit the follow because I'm going to be teaching you tons of things, a lot of things that's going to change your life, it's going to transform your life, and it's going to make your life better emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, socially, and of course, health physically. Because I'm putting all in on my 30 plus years of experience in this field. Every time I go to do, like, if I go do a public speak, if I go do a training in some corporation, I always have to study something new to present accordingly to the need of the corporation or the company or the event. And every time I'm going to be learning something new, I'm always going to be sharing with others. So that's why I feel like I can help you become a better person. All right. As I say in the book, right in the beginning, if you grow, just as you here right in the beginning, after the disclaimer, what if every day you get 1% better? How your life will be if every day you get 1% better? Just follow this manual and you're gonna figure it out. Okay. I hope everybody have a wonderful day and I'll see you soon. And now that's it. Okay, done.